Today, I want to talk about an idea that might seem counterintuitive at first: why detachment attracts women. When I say detachment, I don't mean being cold, distant, or uninterested. True detachment is about inner peace, self-assurance, and the ability to let go of control. And surprisingly, it's one of the most attractive traits a person can have. Let me explain why. When a person is clear about their purpose, it creates an energy that is undeniably magnetic. Clarity of purpose means knowing who you are, what you stand for, and where you're headed in life. It's a deep sense of alignment with your values, goals, and actions. This kind of self-awareness and determination naturally draws others in because it reflects a level of confidence and authenticity that is rare in today's world. So for women, this is especially attractive because it demonstrates qualities like maturity, focus, and ambition, which are foundational to building strong, meaningful relationships. A person who has clarity of purpose isn't easily swayed by external influences. They have a vision for their life and they pursue it with intention. This steadfastness sends a clear message: I know what I want, and I'm actively working toward it. There's something inherently inspiring about someone who is deeply committed to their path. It shows resilience, discipline, and the ability to prioritize long-term goals over short-term distractions. These are traits that women often find appealing because they signal reliability and the potential for stability in a relationship. Clarity of purpose also comes with a sense of direction that is hard to fake. When someone is aligned with their purpose, they exude a quiet confidence. This isn't the loud, attention-seeking kind of confidence, but rather a grounded self-assurance that comes from within. It's not about boasting or trying to impress anyone. It's about being so certain of your path that you don't feel the need to explain or justify it to others. This authenticity resonates deeply with people, especially women, because it creates an atmosphere of trust. When someone knows who they are, they don't need to manipulate or pretend to be someone they're not. That level of honesty is refreshing and magnetic. Another reason clarity of purpose is so attractive is that it naturally filters out insecurities. When you're focused on your goals and living in alignment with your values, you don't have time to dwell on self-doubt or seek constant validation from others. This creates an air of independence and emotional stability. Women are often drawn to this quality because it contrasts sharply with the energy of neediness or desperation, which can be draining. A man who doesn't need to constantly seek approval from others becomes someone who can offer emotional balance in a relationship. Furthermore, when you have clarity of purpose, it signals that you are a person of substance. You're not just going through the motions of life. You're living with intention. This makes you stand out in a world where so many people drift aimlessly, unsure of what they want or who they want to become. Women are naturally drawn to people who stand out, who have a sense of uniqueness and depth. Your purpose becomes a beacon that attracts like-minded individuals who resonate with your values and vision. Clarity of purpose also brings a sense of fulfillment and joy that is contagious. When you're passionate about your goals and find meaning in your pursuits, it shows. This kind of enthusiasm is hard to ignore because it radiates positivity. People, including women, want to be around those who uplift and inspire them. When you're aligned with your purpose, you create a positive ripple effect that influences those around you, making you someone others genuinely want to be close to. Finally, clarity of purpose sets the foundation for a healthy relationship dynamic. It shows that you are not entering a relationship to be completed by someone else. Instead, you are already whole, and you're inviting someone to join you on your journey, not to fix you or define you, but to grow with you. This level of independence and self-assurance is incredibly appealing because it allows space for mutual respect and partnership. Relationships thrive when both individuals bring their best selves to the table, and clarity of purpose ensures that you are doing just that. In essence, clarity of purpose isn't just about knowing your goals, it's about embodying them. It's about living with intention, being grounded in your values, and pursuing your passions with unwavering focus. This kind of energy is magnetic because it shows strength, authenticity, and emotional depth. It creates a sense of trust and stability, qualities that women value deeply in both romantic and platonic relationships. Ultimately, clarity of purpose is not just attractive, it's transformative for both yourself and the connections you build. Confidence without desperation is one of the most attractive qualities a person can possess. It reflects an inner strength and a sense of self-worth that doesn't rely on external validation or approval. True confidence is not about being loud or attention-seeking. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and radiating that calm, assured energy. Anyway, this kind of confidence is deeply appealing because it demonstrates emotional stability, maturity, and self-respect, all qualities that foster trust and connection. It is the kind of confidence that naturally attracts others, including women, because it creates a sense of security and admiration without the need for pretense or manipulation. At its core, confidence without desperation means knowing your own value. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone because you already recognize your worth. This self-assurance creates a sense of ease in your interactions with others. When you aren't seeking constant validation, your actions become more genuine, and your presence feels effortless. Women are particularly drawn to this type of confidence because it allows for natural, unforced connections. When someone isn't trying too hard to impress, they come across as authentic and sincere, which is far more attractive than any facade. A person with true confidence doesn't chase others for attention or affection. They understand that their value isn't determined by whether someone approves of them or not. This detachment from outcomes is incredibly appealing because it communicates a sense of independence. Women are often drawn to men who are comfortable standing on their own and don't rely on a relationship to define them. This doesn't mean being indifferent or uninterested. It means approaching relationships from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. When you aren't desperate for someone's attention, you send the message that you have options and that your happiness isn't dependent on external circumstances. Another key aspect of confidence without desperation is emotional stability. Desperation often stems from insecurity or fear of rejection, which can manifest in clingy, overbearing, or overly accommodating behavior. This kind of energy can be overwhelming and even off-putting because it creates a dynamic where the other person feels pressured or suffocated. In contrast, a confident person approaches relationships with calmness and patience. They're not in a rush to prove themselves or secure someone's affection because they trust that what's meant to be will happen naturally. This relaxed approach creates a sense of safety and comfort, which is incredibly attractive to women seeking a partner who can handle challenges with grace. Confidence without desperation also fosters mutual respect in relationships. When you value yourself, you're more likely to respect the boundaries and individuality of others. You don't feel the need to control or dominate because your confidence comes from within, not from external power dynamics. Women appreciate this kind of respect because it creates space for both partners to thrive as individuals while still building a strong connection. It also signals that you're emotionally mature enough to handle a relationship based on equality and collaboration rather than dependency. Another reason this type of confidence is so appealing is that it creates an air of mystery and intrigue. Desperation often comes with over-explaining, oversharing, or trying too hard to be noticed. On the other hand, confidence without desperation allows you to maintain a sense of balance. You don't feel the need to reveal everything about yourself all at once or seek constant reassurance. This restraint piques curiosity and keeps the dynamic exciting. Women are naturally drawn to people who have depth and substance, and a confident, composed demeanor hints at layers waiting to be discovered. Finally, confidence without desperation reflects a mindset of abundance. It shows that you believe in yourself and in the opportunities life has to offer. You're not clinging to one person or one outcome because you understand that there's always more to explore, learn, and experience. This abundance mindset is not only empowering for you, but also liberating for the people around you. It removes pressure and creates an environment where connections can flourish naturally, without the weight of unrealistic expectations. Because if you ask someone for help, in summary, confidence without desperation is a quiet strength that speaks volumes. It shows that you value yourself and your time, that you're emotionally stable, and that you approach relationships with authenticity and respect. This kind of confidence isn't about being arrogant or dismissive. It's about finding fulfillment within yourself and sharing that with others in a healthy, balanced way. It allows for genuine connections to form, free from the constraints of neediness or fear. Ultimately, it's a quality that not only attracts women, but also fosters meaningful, lasting relationships built on mutual admiration and trust. Mystery holds a unique and undeniable power when it comes to human attraction. It stirs curiosity, evokes intrigue, and creates an emotional pull that draws others closer. When someone carries an air of mystery, they naturally stand out. They leave others wanting to know more, eager to uncover the layers beneath the surface. This dynamic is especially compelling in relationships and dating because mystery engages the imagination and creates a sense of excitement. This mystery engages the imagination and creates a sense of excitement. It's not about being secretive or manipulative. It's about revealing yourself gradually and allowing space for curiosity to grow. The mystery captivates because it's rare. In today's world where so much of our lives is on display, someone who doesn't immediately reveal everything about themselves becomes intriguing. When you don't share every thought, detail, or emotion right away, you maintain a sense of depth. Women, like most people, are naturally drawn to this because it suggests there's more to discover. It signals that you have layers, complexities, and a story worth learning. This depth is not only attractive, but also creates a foundation for a more meaningful connection. One of the most powerful aspects of mystery is that it engages the imagination. When you're mysterious, you invite others to fill in the blanks about who you are and what drives you. This process of wondering and imagining builds anticipation and keeps their attention focused on you. The unknown can be far more compelling than the known because it offers endless possibilities. This doesn't mean withholding important information or playing games. It simply means letting your personality unfold naturally over time rather than all at once. Mystery also signals confidence. People who exude mystery are comfortable with not over-explaining themselves or seeking constant validation. They don't feel the need to prove their worth or justify their actions because they're secure in who they are. This self-assuredness is incredibly attractive because it shows emotional independence and strength. Women are often drawn to men who exhibit this quiet confidence because it creates a sense of stability and intrigue. It makes interactions feel balanced and allows both parties to approach the relationship at their own pace. Another reason mystery is so powerful is that it creates an emotional journey. When you're mysterious, you create moments of discovery for the other person. These moments build a sense of connection as they learn more about you over time. Every new detail they uncover feels like a small reward, deepening their interest and investment in you. This gradual unfolding of your personality and story keeps the relationship dynamic and exciting, as there's always something new to learn and appreciate. Being mysterious doesn't mean being distant or withholding affection. It's about striking a balance between openness and restraint. You're fully present in the moment, but you don't rush to reveal every thought or share every aspect of your life. This creates a sense of boundaries and self-respect, which are key components of a healthy relationship. It shows that you value your privacy and individuality, and it encourages the other person to respect those boundaries as well. Mystery also encourages respect, because it demonstrates that you're not overly eager to please or accommodate. When someone is too transparent or overly available, it can sometimes come across as desperate or overly eager to impress. In contrast, mystery suggests that you're selective about who you share your world with, which makes the opportunity to know you feel more special. It creates a dynamic where the other person feels like they're earning your trust and affection rather than it being given away freely. Finally, mystery keeps the relationship fresh and alive. In long-term relationships, maintaining a sense of mystery can prevent things from becoming stagnant or predictable. When both people continue to grow, evolve, and surprise each other, it keeps the connection vibrant and engaging. This doesn't mean keeping secrets or hiding parts of yourself. It means continuing to be curious about life. It means continuing to be curious about life and bringing that curiosity into the relationship. In essence, the power of mystery lies in its ability to spark curiosity, build anticipation, and maintain excitement. It's about allowing your personality to unfold naturally, creating moments of discovery that deepen the connection over time. Mystery is not about playing hard to get or being aloof. It's about respecting yourself enough to reveal your depth gradually and giving the other person the gift of getting to know you piece by piece. This sense of intrigue combined with authenticity and confidence creates an irresistible dynamic that draws people closer and fosters genuine, meaningful connections. Emotional stability is one of the most attractive and valuable qualities a person can bring to any relationship. It creates a foundation of trust, security, and consistency that allows both individuals to feel safe and supported. In contrast, emotional chaos, marked by unpredictability, extreme reactions, and instability, can be exhausting and even harmful, undermining the potential for a healthy connection. By deflecting away from conflict and frustration, human beings can lose the skills needed to navigate the ways of the world in remembrance of Christ. When someone demonstrates emotional stability, they show that they can handle life's ups and downs with grace and composure. This doesn't mean they suppress their emotions or avoid vulnerability. It means they can process their feelings in a healthy way and respond to challenges with thoughtfulness rather than impulsiveness. Women often find this quality deeply attractive because it signals that the person is reliable and capable of handling the complexities of life. In relationships, emotional stability creates a sense of safety, which is crucial for fostering intimacy and trust. A woman who feels emotionally secure with her partner is more likely to open up, connect deeply, and invest in the relationship. Emotional stability also shows a strong sense of self-awareness. People who are emotionally stable understand their triggers, strengths, and weaknesses, and they take responsibility for their actions. This self-awareness allows them to communicate effectively, resolve conflicts constructively, and maintain healthy boundaries. In contrast, emotional chaos often involves blaming others, avoiding accountability, and reacting impulsively to situations. Women are drawn to emotionally stable individuals because they create an environment of mutual respect and understanding where both partners feel heard and valued. One of the most compelling aspects of emotional stability is the sense of consistency it provides. Life is full of uncertainties, and relationships are no exception. However, when someone is emotionally stable, they offer a steady presence amidst the unpredictability of life. This consistency is reassuring because it means they won't let external circumstances dictate their behavior or mood. Women are naturally attracted to this kind of steadiness because it fosters a sense of trust. Knowing that a partner can remain composed and supportive even during difficult times creates a strong sense of partnership and teamwork. Emotional stability also reflects resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and challenges without falling apart. Resilient individuals view adversity as an opportunity for growth rather than as an insurmountable obstacle. This mindset is not only inspiring, but also empowering for those around them. Women are drawn to resilient partners because they know that life will inevitably throw challenges their way, and having someone who can weather those storms with strength and optimism is invaluable. Resilience also allows for healthier conflict resolution, as emotionally stable individuals are more likely to approach disagreements with the desire to understand and resolve rather than escalate. Another reason emotional stability is so attractive is that it creates an environment free from unnecessary drama. Chaos often arises when people are unable to manage their emotions, leading to frequent arguments, misunderstandings, and emotional outbursts. This kind of turmoil can be draining and detrimental to any relationship. Emotional stability, on the other hand, fosters a sense of calm and predictability. It allows both partners to focus on building a connection rather than constantly navigating unnecessary conflict. Women appreciate this kind of peace because it creates space for joy, growth, and deeper emotional intimacy. Furthermore, emotional stability demonstrates empathy and patience. Stable individuals are better equipped to handle not only their own emotions, but also the emotions of others. They listen without judgment, offer support without feeling overwhelmed, and approach challenges with compassion. Women value these traits because they indicate that the person is not only capable of managing their own emotions, but also willing to be a source of comfort and understanding. This ability to be emotionally present strengthens the bond between partners and lays the groundwork for a healthy, balanced relationship. Ultimately, emotional stability is about finding balance within yourself and bringing that balance into your relationships. It's not about being emotionless or detached. It's about having the tools and mindset to navigate life's highs and lows with composure and strength. Emotional stability creates an environment where both partners can grow individually and together, free from the weight of constant conflict or unpredictability. It's a quality that signals maturity, self-control, and emotional intelligence, all of which are deeply attractive and essential for a thriving relationship. In a world that can often feel chaotic and overwhelming, emotional stability stands out as a rare and valuable trait. It provides a sense of security, fosters trust, and allows for genuine connection to flourish. Women, like anyone else, are naturally drawn to partners who can offer this kind of emotional strength because it creates a foundation for love, respect, and long-term happiness. Emotional stability isn't just attractive, it's transformative, setting the stage for a relationship built on mutual understanding and enduring support. Respect for individuality is one of the most important elements of a healthy and fulfilling relationship. It's the recognition that every person is unique with their own thoughts, feelings, goals, and aspirations. Rather than trying to mold someone into a predefined idea or expectation, respecting individuality means appreciating them for who they truly are and allowing them the freedom to grow and express themselves. This respect fosters mutual trust, strengthens the bond between partners, and creates an environment where both people can thrive. It's a quality that naturally attracts others, including women, because it signals maturity, emotional intelligence, and the ability to form meaningful connections. So when you respect someone's individuality, you're showing that you value them as a whole person, not just as a role they might play in your life. This mindset is especially important in romantic relationships, where it can be easy to fall into the trap of seeing a partner as an extension of yourself or as someone whose sole purpose is to fulfill your needs. Respecting individuality means recognizing that your partner has their own identity, separate from yours, and that this individuality is something to celebrate, not suppress. This creates a dynamic of equality and mutual appreciation, which is the foundation of any successful relationship. Respect for individuality also means giving your partner the freedom to pursue their own passions and interests. Too often, relationships can become stifling when one person feels pressure to conform to the other's expectations or abandon their own goals in favor of the relationship. When you encourage and support your partner's dreams, even if they don't align perfectly with your own, you're showing that you truly care about their happiness and personal growth. This kind of support strengthens the bond between you because it demonstrates that you're invested in their well-being, not just in how they fit into your life. Another key aspect of respecting individuality is understanding and accepting differences. No two people are exactly alike. And that's what makes relationships so rich and rewarding. Differences in opinions, habits, or preferences don't have to be sources of conflict. They can be opportunities for growth and learning. When you approach these differences with an open mind and a willingness to compromise, you're showing that you value your partner's perspective and are willing to adapt. Women, like anyone, appreciate a partner who listens, understands, and respects their unique viewpoint without trying to impose their own. Respecting individuality also means giving your partner space, both physically and emotionally. Everyone needs time to themselves to recharge, reflect, and engage in activities that bring them joy. In a healthy relationship, this space isn't seen as a threat, but as a necessary part of maintaining balance and independence. When you respect your partner's need for personal time, you're showing that you trust them and value their autonomy. This creates a sense of freedom within the relationship, which paradoxically strengthens the connection because it's built on trust rather than control or dependence. In addition to fostering trust and equality, respect for individuality enhances communication. When you truly respect someone, you're more likely to engage in open, honest, and meaningful conversations. You listen actively without judgment and seek to understand their feelings and experiences. This level of communication deepens the relationship because it allows both partners to feel seen and heard. Women value this kind of emotional connection because it creates a safe space for vulnerability and authenticity. Respect for individuality also prevents codependency, which can be damaging to relationships. In a codependent dynamic, one or both partners may lose their sense of self in an effort to meet the other's needs. This often leads to resentment, frustration, and a lack of fulfillment. By respecting individuality, you're ensuring that both people maintain their sense of self while contributing to the partnership. This balance allows for a healthier, more sustainable connection where both partners feel empowered and valued. Finally, respect for individuality is a sign of emotional maturity. It shows that you understand the importance of diversity in thought, experience, and personality, and that you're secure enough in yourself to appreciate these differences. It also demonstrates that you're not looking to control or dominate, but to share your life with someone as an equal partner. Women, like anyone, are drawn to this quality because it creates a dynamic of mutual respect and admiration, which is essential for a lasting and meaningful relationship. In conclusion, respect for individuality is about more than just tolerance. It's about actively valuing and supporting your partner's unique qualities, interests, and aspirations. It's about creating an environment where both people feel free to be themselves while working together to build a strong and fulfilling connection. This respect fosters trust, strengthens communication, and allows for personal and relational growth. Ultimately, respecting individuality isn't just an attractive quality, it's a fundamental aspect of any healthy, loving relationship. It's a way of saying, I see you for who you are, and I value you just as you are. And that is one of the most powerful messages you can send to someone you care about. An abundance mindset is a powerful way of thinking that shapes how you view the world, your relationships, and your opportunities. It's the belief that there is enough success, love, happiness, and opportunity for everyone. At the core of an abundance mindset is the understanding that you are enough as you are, and the world is filled with opportunities to connect, grow, and experience love. This approach takes away the fear of rejection or loss because you trust that your worth isn't determined by a single person or relationship. Women find this attitude appealing because it reflects emotional security and self-assuredness. So when someone carries themselves with the belief that they don't have to chase or cling to love, they exude a calm confidence that is magnetic. It shows they aren't desperate for validation, which makes their presence feel genuine and inviting. An abundance mindset also allows you to let go of the need to control or force outcomes. When you operate from scarcity, you may cling too tightly to a relationship or pursue someone with an intensity that can feel suffocating. This often stems from a fear of loss, as if this one person represents your only chance at happiness. But with an abundance mindset, you understand that no single relationship defines your worth or your future. This attitude creates a sense of freedom and ease in your interactions, making your presence more enjoyable. Women are drawn to this type of relaxed energy because it feels safe, unpressured, and natural. Another key element of an abundance mindset is the ability to embrace rejection or failure as part of the process, rather than as a definitive judgment of your worth. In romantic pursuits, rejection can be painful, but those with an abundance mentality see it as an opportunity to learn and grow rather than as a personal defeat. This resilience is deeply attractive because it demonstrates emotional strength and maturity. Women appreciate someone who doesn't crumble at the first sign of difficulty, but instead takes setbacks in stride and continues moving forward with optimism and grace. An abundance mindset also fosters generosity. When you believe there's enough for everyone, you're more likely to share your time, energy, and affection freely without keeping score or expecting something in return. This kind of giving creates a positive and uplifting atmosphere that draws people in. Women, like anyone, are naturally attracted to those who make them feel valued and appreciated without ulterior motives. This sense of generosity stems from a place of confidence and self-worth, which are key components of an abundance mentality. Additionally, an abundance mindset encourages you to focus on growth and self-improvement. Instead of fixating on what you lack or comparing yourself to others, you focus on becoming the best version of yourself. This proactive approach to life is inspiring and attractive because it shows ambition, drive, and a commitment to personal growth. Women are often drawn to individuals who have a sense of purpose and are continually striving to improve themselves and their lives. This energy is contagious and creates a dynamic where both partners can grow and thrive together. One of the most liberating aspects of an abundance mindset is that it helps you avoid settling. When you believe there are endless opportunities for connection and love, you're less likely to stay in a relationship that doesn't serve you or compromise your values out of fear of being alone. This self-respect is incredibly attractive because it shows that you value yourself and have high standards. Women are drawn to partners who know their worth and aren't afraid to walk away from situations that don't align with their goals or values. An abundance mindset also encourages gratitude. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you cultivate a sense of contentment and joy that radiates outward. Gratitude is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have because it creates a positive and uplifting energy that others want to be around. Women appreciate partners who can find joy in the present moment and who bring a sense of appreciation and optimism to their lives. Ultimately, an abundance mindset transforms the way you approach relationships. It creates a sense of confidence, self-respect, and openness that naturally draws people in. It allows you to embrace love and connection without fear, knowing that your worth isn't defined by any single relationship. This mindset fosters healthier, more balanced dynamics because it's rooted in trust, generosity, and a belief in endless possibilities. By letting go of scarcity and embracing abundance, you not only improve your own life, but also create an environment where meaningful and lasting connections can flourish. Women, like anyone, are naturally drawn to this kind of energy because it reflects strength, optimism, and a deep sense of self-assuredness.